Why do you hate modern zombies? It's a rather simple question at first that doesn't have a whole lot of variety, or at least you might not think so, especially with how the casual community, and I do want to specify the casual community because they are the loudest. With how they talk about it, they make it sound like it's as simple as, oh, the armor system sucks, or the story's just not as good, or I just don't like how fast the zombies are. Where's my casual zombies, bro? Kino was better. They swear that Kino was better, which is fucking insane. But going back to the topic, COD has been going downhill. It is not a secret. Anybody who plays these games semi consistently, and even if you haven't played these games, like, Jesus, a few weeks ago, back at my work, people who don't play, by the way, people who have basically no screen time, who just sit on their asses all day doing anything but playing. We're talking about how bad the BO7 campaign was. That is how bad it has gotten. And unfortunately, I think this bad press from the bad campaigns and all of the other bad stuff COD has been doing lately, Warzone, has been bleeding over into zombies and tarnishing its frankly already lowering image from BO4. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to pretend like modern zombies is perfect, far from it, or that it even is to the level of classic zombies, because even though I want to clarify this from like as soon as I can, I am a modern zombies enjoyer. Sometimes I might even call myself a lover. Sure, the tomb was ass, and moments like that is what make me become a hater for a short time. But I do want to clarify, I enjoy modern zombies. I like what it brings to the table, even if it is not perfect. That being said, I think it is clear to all of us, whether you love or hate modern zombies, they have been objectively fucking up every few months. It is a constant downturn and an upturn. It's kind of like the, oh, we are so back, or the, we are so fucked. Sorry, but there's no other way to put it. It's just how being a modern zombies fan has been lately. And absolutely none of this is helped by, how I mentioned before, the casual community. And to be honest, it's kind of Flanders to even call them a community in the first place, because the people I refer to are the people that don't play the games. The people that their last Call of Duty was Cold War, and saying they played it is a bit of an overstatement. They probably just played 2 games of Die Machine, watched XQC play it, and were like, oh, COD is so back, and haven't thought about it for a while. Oh, but did you see that big skibbity toilet boss fight? And then they just start talking shit. They have not played the games. They probably haven't even seen a single iota of gameplay from zombies, and they're already calling for it to be ass. They're saying it's dog shit. They're saying Kino better. They're saying we're so fucked. And they don't even fucking play. That is the crux of the issue. You have a literal pile. Nah, pile is too short. It's an actual fucking tsunami of just brainless morons who just want engagement. The most recent and the one I can actually attest to was when Astra Malorum's intro cutscene revealed. You might have seen a few clips of it, of quite a few select amount of people on TikTok being like, oh my god, zombies just lost the plot, what the hell? What is even happening in this intro cutscene? Where was my realistic zombie? Like, shut the fuck up, man. Actually sit down, screw your fucking brain on, and be a real human being for a single second, and tell me you actually believe any of the words coming out of your mouth. I guarantee you most of these people don't, but the people in the comments don't seem to be smart enough to know that. They just fucking bandwagon and just repeat whatever the top comment says, as if Moon doesn't exist, as if, like, it feels like such a stupid argument to even try to combat, but it feels like you have to. It feels like you're screaming into a void of mindless rats. It's genuinely insane. Now, this doesn't affect the average person, let's be honest. The average person just plays the game if they want to. They enjoy it. But it does affect the larger community when you try to introduce people to these games, when you try to have fun and everybody's first answer is just, I I saw the Skibidi boss fight. It's ass. Come on, man. Can we for 1 second stop parroting whatever we see on any social media app and try to form an actual opinion for ourselves? It seems like it's just the most impossible thing nowadays. Like an example, a friend of mine, ever since BO7 came out, was just trashing on the game, was just dogging on the game. Mind you, the last Zombies game he played was BO4. Yet every single time he caught me playing Ashes or whatever, his first action would be, oh, did you see that clip of the stupid boss fight? Or like, oh, this dumbass playing BO7. Like, no opinion of his own. He's just parroting whatever he sees on TikTok. Fast forward a few months, a few weeks ago, mind you, I sat him down. I gave him the controller and I made him play Ashes. And guess what? He was having fun. He was actually enjoying his time and he actually asked me to play. What a fucking surprise! When you actually try out the things you're talking about and form your own opinion, you might actually have an original thought and find out things you didn't know because you were just repeating whatever you saw online. Now, this is not to discredit the people that actually don't like Modern Zombies, because there are a lot of things to dislike. Again, as I mentioned before, the story. It is totally valid to just not be engaged with the game due to the shortcomings of the story and what it does with its characters. I do want to say though, recently there have been a few glimmers of hope that they might actually turn the story around and actually make it good, but that's besides the point. That's for other people to decide. I am a lot into the lore, but I wouldn't call myself a fucking lore master. Then again, that is just my opinion. Just because I enjoy some of the story beats and elements that they use in these Modern Zombies games does not mean everybody will, especially when we've been so used to this magnificent and brilliant storytelling and characters we've had for the past decade and plus. I just can't tell you, oh, you have to enjoy Modern Zombies, because that is just not fair. But it is also unfair to just treat it and completely dismiss it just because you saw a few TikTok comments making fun of it. I genuinely think that you are a lesser human being if you actually think that way and you just dismiss anything. Because at the end of the day, you might not like it, but Modern Zombies is art. There are people working hard. There are artists working hard behind this product. There are people who actually want to have a vision. They have a vision that they want to bring to reality, and they are trying their best. Now, whether that best is enough to, I don't know, maybe call BO7 Zombies one of the greats, I think it's too early to decide. Ashes, to me, is a 9 out of 10 map. I'm not the biggest fan of Astra, but it does have a lot of good elements. And Paradox is just Paradox. It's not really good, but honestly, it was a lot better than I think most of us expected. And there are still maps to come. And honestly, Totenreich, or however the fuck you say that shit, is looking pretty interesting. A lot of people don't like that it's kind of simple, but I just think we need an aesthetic like this. A lot of people were comparing it to Call of the Dead because, yeah, a lot of people in our community are fucking stupid. They see a lighthouse, Call of the Dead invented lighthouse, it's all fucking stupid. But I do have hope. I know this video was hella rambly, and I really want to apologize because it is my first time doing something like this. But I just kind of wanted to put my voice out there. I wanted to say what I thought about this. And even if just one person who has been shitting blindly on COD Zombies recently sees this and tries it out. By the way, I don't want you to spend your money. I do want to clarify that right now. I didn't even buy it. But if you do have a way of trying out the game without spending your money, because you should not give Activision your money, then try it. Give it a chance. If you don't like it, then hey, at least you formed an opinion. At least you know what you've been saying for the past few months. It's true. And if you do like it, then hey, you just found another thing to love. Even if you don't love it, even if you just enjoy it, at least try it. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for now. If you did watch to this point, thank you, because I know I've been spewing a pile of bullshit with no sense, but thank you, and bye.